Is it a hard life being a dog chai? Hi, Joanne. How are you, my lovely? Hi, Hayley Ann MacGyver. Not too bad. Felt a bit yucky today, but that's neither here or there. Hi, Anne Morellis. How are you? Haven't seen you for a while. The lovely Luke will be joining us momentarily. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Tanya. The lovely Tanya's in the house.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Yeah, we're not too bad, are we?
I'm all right.
I haven't been feeling too good today, so oh, bless you. Yeah, but a bit of good news. Mans Pink became a grandma to a healthy baby girl at 12:10 this morning, UK time. So, yes, a beautiful girl, which she did send us a picture of as well, bless her.
Evening, Nikki.
Hi, Donna.
Yes, so it's all happy dappy.
Yeah.
So everybody's to be happy dappy tonight.
It's Man did say she may come on tonight, so if she can tear away from the...
We have sunshine as well.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. I don't know what time you got out of bed, but when I got out, the sun was shining.
Yeah, it was shining, but it was cold.
But the sun was shining.
Yeah. It was cold.
The sun was shining.
Yeah, it was shining, but it was cold. You know, like when it's hot, when it's the bright blue skies and it's icy cold.
It was over 3 degrees. It was a heat wave today.
Actually, it wasn't. It was 2 degrees, so it was under.
It was a heat wave. I checked my phone. It said 3 degrees outside.
And Morella's seen robins.
Yeah.
I thought only robins actually come out at
Christmas.
No,
we haven't had any snow, Nikki. No, not where we are. I don't know about up north, but we don't do snow.
Whereabouts in down south are you on about, Nikki?
It could be so far south that it's France.
Yeah. It's -1, Donna says, where she's. Oh, Portsmouth. Oh, Pommy. Oh, yes. I just realised who Nikki is. Yes.
Nikki's Nikki.
Yeah, who her cousin is. Right, here we go. Let's start how we mean to go. What?
Right. Okay. First card out is the Angel of Cooperation. And it says, cooperation is part of my daily living. Cooperation is true healing for isolation. It is impossible to remain isolated when our talents and abilities are serving the joy of working together for a common goal. There you have it.
Hi, Mary. Right.
So you're right opposite the Isle of Wight. Right, that's so far south. That is France.
Yes, I do believe it's me to go first.
Yes, it is.
So off you
Hallelujah.
trot and pass me those cards over. Spirit animal.
Oh, I thought you said pass you a beer over.
No, no. Hi, Elaine. How are you? It's good to see you all here today.
There you go.
Thank you. Yes. Tonight I'm going to be working with Spirit Animal Oracle cards. Yeah, because I've actually been really drawn to these. Yesterday I was drawn to some others, but these ones I do feel drawn to today. Yeah, not too bad, thank you, Elaine. Just shuffling these, give these a good shuffle. Right, let's have your names up and see who I'm drawn to. Really? 10th of March? Yeah, that was unfortunate, Donna, because of I didn't realise a lot of people were going on Luke Guichard one, and they got it on there. People weren't getting it on Message from Heaven. My mum would have been 73. Yeah. So yeah. Note for Saturday, we are bringing Sensational Saturday back, starting at 8 till finish, so till late. Last time we'd done it, we was on till 1 a.m. and there'd be wax cards, there'd be angel cards, oracle cards, tarot, normal mediumship, crystal balls. Oh yes, thank you, Joanne. Code word, Luke.
Pickles.
Pickles. Pickles. And the lovely Tanya will tell you how we need it done. So the code word today is pickles. Thank you, Joanne. I nearly forgot. To win a bracelet, Ellie, welcome, Ellie. So, like, this is what it says to do, right? When me or Luke say pickles, you type in bingo, then a space, then a minus sign, and then a space again, then pickles. And the first one on our screen, I will be giving a call later to actually give a choice of the bracelets. And that is, I know other family members of yours has actually won some as well. So yeah, that is so that is what you do. You put bingo, then the minus sign, then pickles, and hi Sarah Jane Mills. And now the code word is in play. So welcome, Ellie, a new face, and we do like new faces on here as well. So I am going to go to Ellie first, if that's okay. Ellie, can I come to you first, please? Just say yes, no, or I just need a yes or no from you, please, Ellie. Right, okay, right. I've just been shuffling these quite right, so I'll go there and here. Ooh, miracles. And miracles do happen, believe you me. Right. I don't read what the card says until afterwards. And this is the first time I've actually brought miracles out, I've got to admit. And Ellie, with you, I do feel there's so much going on around in your head at the moment. And I do feel that you're questioning every single thing that actually comes into fruition with you. And you're always wondering, why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? What's this? What's that? And they're saying, and I'm being told, I've got a lady actually drawing close to me, and she's actually coming in and letting me know that she is your grandmother that's actually coming in around you. And she's coming in and saying, thank you. And I am so proud of what you have done. I need you to know I don't hold any ill will or anything around anyone. I am here to let you know that I am all about love from where I am. And I am letting you know that what you are doing and how you're doing it, I believe in you, and I am giving you my attention, and I am giving you the love. And I've got to tell you, what a smasher. That little bundle of joy, such a beautiful, beautiful. I want you to know that I am proud. I am proud of my family, and I am proud of how things are going. You've had a lot of things going against you, and a lot of things that have been upsetting you. But I know that when you need something or mean something, you will always get there, and you will do it. And I have got my faith in you. Hi, Christina. You have had so much going on, and you haven't known where to put anything or do anything. But I'm telling you, I am amazed and I am surprised. But how you've gone about things, well done. I am proud. I know you've been talking to family members, and I know that they've been telling you about things that have been going on. Hi, Carly Lou, how are you? You and them. I know you've got a lot of trust issues, and I know you find it hard to trust. But I am telling you, listen to your heart, follow your heart. Don't take no nonsense, but always listen to reason. Hi, Michelle. You are going to be spoiled for choice in everything you do and say. And I know you want the love, and I know you need the love, And yes, I know there was a lot of things said before I passed. That is water under the bridge. We don't even talk about that now. You are full of love, and you've got a lot of love. You're a beautiful bundle of joys that you've got. And yes, I do come and visit them. And I would like to still come and visit them. But I'm glad I've been managed to speak to you and let you know that you are loved. Even though you don't feel it, you are loved. And miracles do happen. Because you thought things would never happen, but they are. And this says, you are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy sours on your shining wings. Spread the miracles of happiness. And you having that bundle of joy, there could be no more happiness than that. I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for allowing me to read for you. And just let you know that I am around, and I will let you know when I'm around. And I'm going to say bless you, thank you. And now I'm going to bring the lovely Luke in to actually bring some readings to him, but from him.
Okie dokie. Hello, everybody. And I have today Ramesses. So if you'd like a reading with Ramesses, please do put your names up. Right. Let us see. And Crouching Bull has got his talking stick ready. So let's see where he goes. Right, now he's on the warpath. Well, he's moving around. So let's see where he's going to stop. And it looks like he's coming to a stop here. And it's landed on Tanya Rideout. Okay, Tanya Rideout. Right, let us see what we have got for Tanya. Right. All right. I'm being shown an image, Tanya, of you. You are sitting at a breakfast bar. You've got a mug of. Let me think. You're Canadian, so it's probably going to be coffee. It's probably coffee in the mug. I can see quite a few orbs floating around in the room that you're in. Most of them are, I'm going to say, ear height, really, in there. And let me see. And there is someone in spirit standing at the corner of the room. Okay. So let's see if we can make contact with this one. Do we have someone for Tanya? Yeah, Tanya right out. Okay, no problem. Yeah, they're just waiting for someone. Meanwhile, while I'm waiting on this person bringing themselves forward, points to note. Saturday is Sensational Saturday, 8 till 8. Please do book your seats ASAP. So there'll be a whole host of different psychic and spiritual tools being used and demonstrated. And also the lovely Lynn Green, aka Little Miss Mischief, will be present doing pendulum reads for anyone who wants any of that as well. Wax cards will be appearing. Okay. And what else? Yeah. So that's one for your diaries. So make sure you put it in. Right. Okay, we're here. Okay. Right, Tanya, I have a male energy coming forward. And this gentleman, I have to say, is approximately 3 foot tall. Likes to ride a bike. Potentially all over my feet, dog's tail, and into various display cabinets. Okay. Age-wise, I want to be putting them around about 4, maybe at a very big push, 5. He has a scorecard on the front of his bicycle. It's got toes run over, dog's tails run over, Twixies eaten. Okay, all there. It's a scorecard. Yes, little Mikey is earning around. Now, even though he manifests at a very, very young age, because the majority of people remember him at that stage of his life, I can hear in my ears an adult voice for him. One of the things that is being raised by him, okay, being raised by him, is the word patient. Okay, patient. And breathe. Okay. Now that comes across as a bit strange, but I'm sure you understand exactly where this is coming from. I'm being made aware that there has been and is still, to a degree, a lot of tension and stress, okay, in the household. And that's, yes, Maggie. It's due to everybody having to find their feet. It's about readjustment. It's about managing expectations. Okay. Now, there is a very strong sense of loss of freedom. There's a very strong sense of where has my independence gone that I've worked so hard to achieve. It's like a sense of the interdependency to a great degree is not balancing as well as it could or should. Okay. And that is like from both sides of the fence. There's periods of adjustment for yourself and your other half. And for the incoming two, there is also that period of adjustment that needs to take effect. I see this period of adjustment being a two-way thing. It's all about management of expectations. Okay, it's management of expectations. There is without any shadow of a doubt, a very strong sense of love that binds you all together. But it's who is it that is, who is the host and who is the gopher? Okay. Now, when I say gopher, that's very much a sort of, it is a Scots term. Some people in England are familiar with it. But a gopher, there's two types of gopher. There's a gopher that is the animal, okay, a mammal. And there is the gopher in a Scots term that is the individual that goes for this and goes for that. It's someone who's like a runner. They run around getting everything that everybody else wants. Okay, so who is the host and who is the gopher? Okay, and it's finding that fine balance as to, do you not only become the host but the waitress, or do you become the landlord or landlady? And it's finding that balance while not taking advantage or not dictating. And it is going to be a lot of hard work, certainly for the foreseeable future. And once everyone finds their feet, you will find that the tranquil and harmonious atmosphere will again return. But it is a lot of adjusting for a lot of individuals. And it's not all going to be falling on your shoulders. It may sense and feel like to you that that is the case. But as Mike is pointing out, it is a period of adjustment for everyone involved. And everyone needs to find a common ground where maybe a few house rules that everybody agrees on can actually be put in place. Like, I promise to do the dishes if I dirty them. Like, if I use something, I'll wash it up. If I don't know, if I flood the shower room out, I promise to mop it up when I'm finished. Simple things like that. It is very, very early doors at the moment, but it will settle down and everyone will slip into a routine that neither hinders nor obstructs anybody else. Now, I'm also aware that there is a number of occasions where, and I want to say this in the nicest way possible, so thank you very much, Mikey, for that, where tempers have flared and perhaps words were said that just came out. There was no filter. It just straight out the door it went. And yes, it did cause a little bit of upset and a little bit of hiding away in the cupboard and shedding a few tears. But that's down to things settling down and finding their feet. It's down to the adjustments and the, it is not something that was meant in anger at all. It was just needing to accept adjustments and put adjustments into place. These things do happen, and the words are always said in the heat of the moment, but they're not necessarily said with the vigor and the energy that perhaps they could be, that would cause offense or cause people to get upset. So these things, in many cases, just go over the head, and people even don't notice you've said it. So I think, yeah, that's right, Mikey. I think from a spiritual perspective, you would benefit a lot from more meditation, an increase perhaps in the healing energy coming your way, so that you become protected from the initial potential outburst. Okay, you know, it is easy to just go and feel better afterwards. Believe me, my mother used to do it. Open the window, stick her head out, and go, and she used to feel great afterwards because it was a release. I'm not saying that's the ideal thing for you to do, but hey, if it works, why not? But certainly more time and medication when you get free time, and you must make sure that you make time in your schedule for your meditation so that your spiritual life remains in balance with your earthly commitments. And also, I think the others concerned will also need their free time where they've got time alone together, so it doesn't feel like they are locked up in a nursing home or, you know, things like that. So they need their space just as much as you need yours. So make the time to have space on your own, do your meditation, let spirit take the frustrations away, dump the negative energies that may have come your way, refresh yourself, come back out smiling and full of joy and compassion. And I think that will see you through. But yeah, it's early days. Yeah, well, Mikey, that's one you can ask yourself. He's just inquiring about when things will start to move again. So I've asked him to bring that up directly with you. What was the other thing I was saying? It's the other thing that I'm very much aware of, thank you, Mikey, is there's a lot of loved ones in spirit are drawing very, very close to the home at the moment. There's two things that bring them in. The first one is they see it as a home gathering and they're coming in celebration, that the family, if you like, is getting together again under one roof, albeit not all the family, but a portion of the family that were, if you like, apart are now together, and they come in celebration. Because I can hear drum beats going in the back of my head, and I don't mean someone playing pop music. I mean in native drum beats, and chanting. I am also aware that one of them comes in and is making a lot of good medicine. It's going around each of the individual parts of the property making good medicine. So this is them coming in to assist you and the other party involved in not only smudging but also protection spells, cleansing spells, and aiding in the celebrations. So be not surprised if you start to hear the drums yourself, or certainly feel the vibrations of the drums being played in and around the rooms of your house, and the crackle of celebratory fires, etc. in the background. It's not your house burning down. It is basically a powwow fire that is being placed in the center of the gathering of those loved ones from spirit. And a certain person is around, because I just caught a whiff of something I'd rather not have got a whiff of, but let's just say I can smell fish guts. Anyway, he's very much around, and again, he brings in his strength and his compassion to help ease things through the initial stages. With that, that was my feet, Mikey. Thank you. With that, I'm going to say, bless you. Please do take their love and be assured they are all there to help and support both parties to find their feet in this new arrangement. So I'm going to leave all of their love with you. I'm going to leave, yeah. Well, when he eventually decides he's going, little Mikey and his trike, which has just gone over my feet for the second time. I'm going to have to get myself some steel toe cap shoes to wear during the lives, just in case he pops in. Yeah. But hey, it wouldn't be the same if he didn't, would it? Right, so I'm going to leave you all of their love. Thank you so much. And yeah, if you hadn't been over my feet, it just wouldn't be the same, would it? So God bless you. Take care, and all our love to you and your family. And now I have the joy of welcoming back the one that you've all been waiting for, and people travel far and wide to see, the lovely Paul. Come on. And here he comes. I'll see you again in minutes few.
Right. Right. I don't think I've ever given Michelle Birkenstock a reading. So I'm going to go to Michelle, if that's okay. Right. Okay. Actually, three fell out. Right. The first one, magic. And this is what they're saying with you. You have got you're like a magician. You do make things that actually, hi Nikki, that things actually come into fruition with you, and you're actually starting seeing things like it is like magic, and things are actually starting to appear. And I do feel that spirit are actually coming more to you as well, and I do feel that they're actually coming in a bit more. And partnership, and I feel the partnership is with spirit, and I feel spirit are actually giving you the love, the understanding of what you are needing to do and how things are actually going around you at the moment. And this partnership is just coming straight out to you and letting you know that you are loved, and there are people in spirit around you. I do feel there's a motherly link that's actually around you. She's maternal, so mother, grandmother, that's actually coming in around you and being with you quite a lot lately. And you've actually been asking for help and guidance, they're telling me. And she's saying, I will always be there, no matter if you ask or you do not ask. Just the thought, and I will be there. And you know that you have felt me, you have seen me around you. And she's saying, you've got the power and the self-reliance. You are self-reliant on yourself. Because they're saying, who else can you rely on? apart from yourself. And that's why I had a little laugh there. But things are actually going forward with you, and things are actually moving forward with you as well. Do you understand this, Michelle? Because Spirit are actually really telling that you have got what it takes to be an amazing medium and the just person you are. Totally 100%. They are all giving you, and I'm going to read this magic one first because it's the first one that I got. Choose to know your truth because you can open your inner vision. You can see through the deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up, magic and wisdom are your birthrights. And yes, there's all deceptions and everything in this world, and it is very difficult to actually put your trust in anybody in this world. The only ones you can really trust is Spirit themselves, because they're the only ones that you can actually, you know, you're always being looked after with them. And then partnership. Accept yourself and your colourful personalities. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best result. Yeah. You couldn't actually just say these, because I do feel, you know, it's very rarely I have loads of cards come out at once. And then self-reliance. You are strongly independent and often solitary, integrity and important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shaman. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silence perfection. And yeah, I do feel you are self-reliant on yourself, and you even have a go at yourself when you feel you've done something wrong. All right. Okay. I'm glad you could understand that, and I'm glad that things actually you can understand. But you are the one who has a go at yourself when you feel you've done something wrong. And they're saying that is the way to do it. You know, because who on this God's green earth has the right to actually tell you what to do other than yourself? Because that is, hi Mary Freeman, how are you, my lovely? Because that is how things are with you. But they're saying, always keep the love and always keep your eye on where you're going. And let them know. Oh, sorry. And telling you you are loved and you will always be loved. So keep the love, keep it going. And I'm going to bring Luke back now, because at the moment I'm not feeling too good, but I'm going to bring Luke back and let him carry on for a moment. Sorry. My last minute to join in, you can.
Right. Okie dokie. Right, I have Little Boy Blue. Yes, he's back again. So if you'd like a reading with Little Boy Blue, do feel free to stick your names up and celebrate. Okay. Yeah, Paul's not been very well at all today, so you know, he's having to have a bit of a lie down for a while. So we'll just see where it goes and do our best that we can with Spirit's help. You know, yeah. At the end of the day, we're all only human, and you know, we have good days, we have bad days. So where are we going? Right. We are just waiting on him settling down where he's gone. Thank you very much, Don. I will let Paul know. Right. Michelle says that was a brilliant reading. Thank you very much. Right. I feel that we are going to Karen Adams because the stick has stopped on Karen Adams. So here we are, Karen. Right. Right, let's focus. Okay, Karen. Right. I am being shown an image of you on the sofa. And as you are, I'm going to say, not so much sat on it, more sort of laid back on it. So it's easier to sort of demonstrate. It's a bit like this, okay? Got pillows behind you, you're propped up, and you're at a little bit of an angle. So you're looking well chilled. And what I'm feeling is there is a fair amount of spirit actually in and around your home. A lot of loved ones do come in quite a lot in your place because I'm seeing quite a fair amount of orbs sort of coming in and then going out and coming in and then going out. So, you know, it's a very, I want to say active home, and whether or not you're aware of it, you know, I can't tell. But, you know, as we send thoughts up to our loved ones in the world of spirit, you know, it does, you know, open up lines of communication, and they do pop in, have a look, say hello, you know, touch the side of your face, comb your hair, you know, that sort of thing. So it's very, very common. Not everybody, unfortunately, is aware of these things that are going on, but when you are, it's a really nice blessing and a lot of comfort. Now, I'm looking down into what I call a panoramic view, and I am seeing one of these orbs manifesting into the shape of a person's body. Can't quite tell whether they're male or female as yet because it's golden yellowy light that's forming into the shape. So let us see. Let us see. Right, just check and see if there's anything else now. There's another orb coming. Right. Okay, let's see. Right, do we have someone in queue for Karen Adams, please? Oh, that's great. Thank you. Yeah, if you could, I'd love that. Be very nice. Right, there's someone come in for you. So let us see. Who have you got? All right, I can feel the energy coming in now from behind. Right, I do want to say that this is definitely a female energy. Definitely female energy. And straight away, I've just had straight away I get a flash in front of my eyes of this lady's face, and wow, that's what I want to say is wow, what beautiful eyes, very, very sparkling, very attentive. This person certainly in the earth plane was one that would see a lot of what's going on. Maybe not necessarily say a lot, but certainly saw a lot. Okay. Now, as this lady comes in, two things come to note. aching knees. Okay, aching knees. Now, this is one of those aches that you think, oh, just cut them off, because it's there all the time. I do want to say that this would have been something she would have taken painkilling medication for, without a shadow of a doubt. The pain feels very similar to what I've got in both of my knees. And I have to say that, yeah, it does get you down. It does get you down. I feel this lady would have had some form of assistance with walking. I'm thinking of like a stick, although I don't feel myself stretching for one at this moment, but I feel that she would have probably have used a walking stick to get around, maybe even something more than a walking stick, but I don't feel me reaching for anything else at this time. I also want to say that this lady, purely by the look I got, the facial look, the aches and pains that I feel, which a lot of it, I have to say, does seem to be related to age as opposed to injury. I want to be placing this lady in her early 80s, okay? Early 80s. She was, until, she got a lot older, a very, very active and a very, very independent lady. Very old school, which meant, she didn't give up without a fight, very independent, very very observant. There's not a lot this lady that got past this lady, in other words, that she didn't know about by either seeing it or just going by her gut instinct. Okay, she wouldn't suffer fools gladly. She knew when someone was trying to pull the wool over her eyes, and she wouldn't be very slow at telling them exactly what she thought in regards to that matter. Because she was old school and of a different generation, her way of being direct when it was necessary would have been full-on frontal assault where it was deserved. Okay, but she also had a very, very gentle, peaceful and tranquil side of her too. She had a lot of time for family. She would speak to outsiders, but she was very guarded about what she would say to outsiders, because it's very much a case of, well, you don't know who to trust and who not to trust, because some people are only out to take advantage. But she relied a lot on old-fashioned gut instinct, which is actually your higher self speaking to your physical body. Generally, a lot of people describe it as like butterfly feelings when things are going good. There's a good vibe around, very positive. People are very positive. It's a safe environment to be yourself in. You get this sort of butterfly type feeling in your tummy. And it's the absolute opposite when things are not right. Something is wrong. Something is very wrong. The person that's there with you is a bit on the dodgy side of things. You would get what we call the gungy stomach, where it feels like there's knots and twists and turns. Almost like you think, I better go now because I think my IBS is playing up. That type of feeling. Okay? And this lady was a student, well, I'm going to say a master at being able to identify what's up and what's not up purely by her own gut instinct, brought on by her higher self communication with her body. And I have to say, yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm telling them. She wasn't wrong. She was never wrong, okay, about what her higher self was always saying. And she could trust that. You could put it in the bank. It was a done deal with her sixth sense. Now, you could even describe her as a very, very protective person. And when she comes in visitation, which she does a lot, she is literally always knocking at the door, in a spiritual sense. She's always around because she's always using that protective sixth sense in major issues going on in and around the house. And she would do her best to communicate to you when she was convinced things aren't sitting right. You know, she would trust her gut instinct and would be like literally screaming in your ears, get him out, or don't buy that, or don't do that. Our sixth sense is telling her. Whether, of course, you take her advice is there giving you small issue there. It seems like we got kicked out. Anyway, such like. I was just saying, Karen, as well as bringing in a lot of love from remaining family in the world, the spirit, when she comes to visit, she's a very protective lady. She's a very loving lady. And if she feels there's something not right, okay, she's going to tell you the best way she can. But her very presence does bring a lot of higher vibrations, a lot better atmosphere. It's more conducive, positive energy that she brings in with her. So she almost like she comes in with this great big yard broom to get rid of all the negativity and really put a smile on your face. Because this lady loves family and she feels it's her duty to protect and serve. I think that's the best way of putting it. Protect and serve. It's like you get some police forces around the country that use that as a logo on the side of their cars, if they ever turn up. Protect and serve. But I would say this lady would probably, if she could have a t-shirt, she'd have it with protect and serve my family. And that would be her. Now, okay, my dear. She's eyeing up Tonka. I wonder why. I think she likes him. He's a bit young for her. She's starting to make her way up to Tonka because he's my gatekeeper for the route back for visitors from the world of spirit. And what she's saying here is that she wants to give you a small gift, just to let you know that she's always thinking about you, and she always hears it when her name is mentioned in conversations. Okay, what has she got? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. She's just given me an image in my mind of a vase full of white carnations. White is seen as a sign of purity from the world of spirit. And she's showing me them being placed in a vase. And it looks like it's a dining table to me. I'm going to say kitchen / dining room table because I can see the seats around it as if people were sitting down there having their dinners together. So she's put it on there and she's blowing you a kiss. So I better give it that. She's like that. So I'm going to say, Karen, do take her love and thank you very much for allowing me the privilege of reading for you tonight. Such a sweet lady. I mean, really, really sweet. You know, her heart's in the right place and she just loves the company. She loves being in your company and the rest of the family. She really does. And I don't think she spends a lot of time in the world of spirit, to be honest, because she's always in and around you, making sure you're okay and that the family as a whole is okay. So I think that's her new mission in the world of spirit, is to look after those that she cares and loves for. That's so sweet of her. Right.
Lynn will be joining you shortly.
Right. Let us see what else we have. So I think I'll do one more and then I shall have to have a 5-minute. Right. So now that Paul's not feeling very well, just so you're aware, Little Miss Mischief is going to pop in for a short while. Okay. Oh, Karen, you're very, very much welcome. You're very, very welcome indeed. Apparently, I've just had a message through to say that Little Miss Mischief, in other words, lovely Lynn, will be popping in for a short while just to fill in for Paul. Okay. Right. Let's see where else we go. So, I hope so too, because otherwise I'll be run ragged, giving them, serving his needs. So, I'm going to invite in the lovely Miss Mischief.
Hi.
Hi there, Len. Thank you so much for standing in for Paul.
Yeah, I just got them. She was a little under the weather. I'm having some phone issues, but I am here.
Fantastic. So, what I shall do is I'll hand our audience over to you. So, if anyone has yes, no pendulum questions or tarot questions, or just want to know what the weather's like in California, the stage is yours. And I'll hand you now over to the lovely Miss Mischief. And I'll stick myself on mute so I don't make any background noise while I carry Paul to the toilet or anything.
Well, speaking of that, I just realized I have background noise here. Let me take care of that real quick.
Sure thing.
There we go. Hi,
Right.
Guys.
Okay,
and
I'm on mute now.
Gentlemen and Double Trouble, thank you so much for asking me if I could help out. That's what I'm here for, to kind of give you guys a little extra support when you need it, and I appreciate you. Hope Paul is feeling better soon. Okay, let's see. I'm going to shift over here to the comments so I can see what everybody is saying. Hi, everyone that has said hi, and hi, all the new people that are here. Let's see. I am going to go with Amaryllis Cooper Tedder. And I have a card that has come out for you. And this is my Moonology messages. Moonology messages. And this one is an oracle deck. And it gives you little insight into things that might help you out over the next week. Okay. This one is Moon Maybe. Okay. And this is the intuition card. This is all about listening to your inner voice, listening to your intuition, and knowing like the things that are coming up over the next week for you, especially are things that you could say yes to, things that you could say no to. And you're some of the things you really, really want to do, but you're not sure if you should. And this is letting you know that your intuition is there and that inner child is there. So if there's some things that are fun that are coming up, you're going to be inclined to say yes to them. And that's okay, because every now and then we need to let our inner child out. Okay. Now, the inner child in this, she also represents the moon, the child image here. She represents the moon. And the one thing that I want to let you know about the moon is it does not give off its own light. It reflects the light from the sun. Even at night when we're seeing it, the light that we see off of it is reflected by the sun. And we've got a full moon eclipse coming up. So it will be a blood moon coming up on Friday. And that changes the entire appearance. It changes your perspective. It changes how you view the moon. Okay. This is reminding you with this is that sometimes we have maybes. Sometimes we don't have yes or no. We have maybe. And when we are questioning, should I do this or should I not? There's always that little voice in the back of your mind that says, go for it. There might be that little angel and devil, as they say, where you have the little angel saying, oh, you really shouldn't do that. Maybe that's not the best course of action. And then you have that other little voice that says, go for it, go for it. Trust your intuition. If you think about doing this and your gut ties in a knot, it's probably not the best action for you at this time. But if you think about doing this and your stomach says like butterflies or apprehension or even excitement, then, maybe go for it, because maybe it's something that you really, really want to do, but you're just nervous about doing. And your gut is telling you it's okay. Your intuition is telling you it's okay. So there's some stuff coming up this week. Um, I feel like there may be, it might be like a significant purchase is what it looks like, because I see you standing at like a checkout counter, and you're really kind of like, should I do this or should I don't? And I'm thinking that it's something that you really need. It's an item that you really need. So go ahead and let your gut tell you, okay, is this something I should do? And it's okay to get buyer's remorse when you get home and sit there and think, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done this. But if it is practical, if it is helpful, if it is something that is needed, know that you have made the right decision. Okay. Know that your gut will tell you one way or another, yes, this is what you should have done. And once you get it home, if you absolutely are sick over it, cannot stand the thought that you did it, there is always the freedom to take it back. So know that most decisions that we make can be changed at the last minute, can be changed even shortly after we've done them. Now, the past is the past. That is what we've already done, but we can change the outcome of what we've already done by doing new things in the future. Okay. I hope that's not too confusing for you, Amaryllis. If you kind of understand that, if you just let me know that it resonates with you, or you know what's being spoken about, that would help me out tremendously, because Spirit tells me a lot of things and I don't really know where they go. But Spirit it gives me the confidence to know that the people that I read for will understand or will have knowledge soon of what's being spoken about. I'm being told I don't need to read the description from the book for you, that this will actually be understood. So, and I just see that the note came up that you understand completely. So thank you for letting me read for you. And I'm going to pass this back over to Luke and see what comes next.
Okie dokie. Lovely. Thank you very much for that, Lynn. Now I have got Miss Scarlet.
Ooh,
Now I know
love it.
everybody's been missing there, but she's been repaired, and yeah, you know, if you're familiar with the game Tetris, it was a bit like that, putting her back together again. But I've been assured by my guides that she's held together with love and gratitude, and she's still just as capable as she was the day she arrived. Right. So, Crouch and Bull, where are we going? Crouch and Bull, let me see. We got to stop on Patrick Monaghan. Okay, Patrick. Miss Scarlet wants to come to you. Right. Now, the image that they are sharing with me in the crystal is showing me an image of you, and it's like you are actually sat in circle. Okay, sat in circle. Now, as I'm seeing you sat in circle, it literally is like a circle of chairs all around like that, and there's you sat there. And outside the circle of chairs, there is a multitude of guides. And I mean a multitude. So, Patrick, you must have been delivering some really awesome speech from the world of spirit, okay? Because everyone, that is anyone, was gathered there for it. Now, one of the things that also I want to say in there is there's the circle of individuals. There's the outer circle, if you like. There's a multitude of guides. But also above is lots, lots of orbs, loved ones from spirit, that also, thank you very much, also tell me that they find the words that come from your mouth have power. They have a delivery in that is like done with such grace and coherency that they flock in from anywhere and everywhere to hear them because they're so inspired by it. It's like they're being given lessons in life that are pertinent to them in the spirit world life, as well as those that are of the earth plane. The words reminisce with them and give them words of guidance, hope, and, as I would say, not just hope as in, oh, they're on the right path, but hope for the future, hope for how their lives and their lessons in these lives they are leading will pan out. And that is I have to say, an inspiring way of working, which I personally would, tip my hat to you for, because there's, it is a form of mediumship that is of the old ways that still survives today. Now, I'm being made aware of a lady that comes forward who, as I look at her and hear her faint, shaky voice, straight away, I feel very much drawn to fourth generation with this lady. So this would, and I'm going down the father side of the family with this lady. So this is like a great grandmother on the father side of the family. The manner in which she speaks gives a hint of an Irish twang to her dialect. Yet it is not what I would call a heavy Irish dialect, as it tends to be portrayed, if you like, in TV, movies, and the like. This is it's subtle, it's definitively Irish, but it's a gentle Irish twang that now I always confuse the accents from the north and the south, so I'm going to go to the south of Ireland, so the Irish Republic, with this lady, because it seems I feel drawn down to the southern tips, to around like Waterford, that area of Ireland. Now, I may be wrong in the actual place names of Ireland, but it certainly feels down that way of of Ireland. And this is a lady who was very, very much devout to her faith, and she found comfort in her faith. It was a very strong part of her life, and literally she says that it's not a case of living in fear from when the priest would visit if he didn't make mass. It was very much a case of, if you missed it, you had to have a really good excuse, because she talks about this this priest, this gentleman caller, so to speak, that literally had a face like thunder, whatever that is. A face like thunder, like could tell if you were being honest or tell if you were telling them tales. But it was like a case of, if you missed mass, it was like you would get a house call at some point in that week to find out why you weren't there. I suppose it was just the way things were, you know. I don't confess to be Christian, so I don't really know what it's like to be chased down the street by a priest asking you why you weren't there. But she says it was a part of life. And she says, but one of the things that she's found very startling when she transformed from the earth plane into the spirit world is, she said, for the first time ever, my eyes were open to a new understanding. And it was like, wow, how did I not see this before? And yet, on her return to the world of spirit, it's like a veil of secrecy had been lifted from her eyes. And all of a sudden, it was like she understood everything, the meaning of everything, and what all, shall we say, the secrets of the universe were. It's like her mind had expanded, and she could see everything and hear everything. And she said, I would never have believed it unless I'd experienced it myself. And she enjoys drawing close to you when you yourself speak about the world of spirit. Because she says, I understand everything he's trying to say. And even hearing it from a person who is not yet in the spirit world, everything that he says and describes and how he communes with the world of spirit. It's like you have 1 foot on the earth plane and 1 foot on the spirit world. She says it is utterly amazing. She does ask one question that I do find quite giggly. And as she's saying it, I do hear a giggle coming out the background. And so it sounds to me like she's asking it just to be difficult, but she's asking it nevertheless. She's saying, do leprechauns go to the world of spirit? Personally, I don't know the answer to that one. But as she says that, she's got that cheeky glint in her eye that says, that's going to bamboozle him. He ain't going to know the answer to that one. But aren't leprechauns just very small people? I have no idea. I've never seen one. But like the Loch Ness Monster, just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean they don't exist. Oh, you do know? Oh, right. Yes, leprechauns do go to spirit. Right. Well, take a note of that one, Paul. Leprechauns do go to the world of spirit. Right. Okay. I won't ask you if the Loch Ness Monster goes to the world of spirit. I'll leave that one for another day. Okay. Well, okay. She said, I might be in my very late 80s. Says, but I do want to say that we all send our love, and you're doing a grand job. The Loch Ness Monster is real. So she sends all her love from her and the family in the world of spirit. And she wants to reiterate how very proud she is of what you do. You are a truly gifted young man, and she hangs on every word you say. Okay. I don't know what that is. She just showed me. I don't know what whether this is something connected directly with herself or yourself, but as a parting gesture, she's just shown me a silver service bowl, okay? And it is filled with Turkish delight. But you know the one with the powder on it? Yes. Turkish delight. It's like icing sugar powder type thing. A whole bowl of them. Now, whether that means she spent her lifetime eating Turkish delights out of a silver bowl, or you like Turkish delights of that nature and she's giving you them as a gift. I'm not quite sure which way that one goes, but I got to give it to you because that's what she's showing me. Oh, you eat them. Oh, right. Bless him. That must be our gift to you then. Bless you. Thank you so very much. I mean, personally, if she'd have sent me a big jar of pickles, I would have been delighted, particularly if they were gherkins. But because Paul doesn't eat gherkins, it's very rare that I ever see any of them in the house. But, however, there we go. Right. Thank you very much, Patrick. God bless you. Do take her love and the love of Paul and I and Lynn as well. It's been a pleasure. And, oh, did I say that? Oh, I must have said it, didn't I? Oh, I nearly let one go there. I've just read that sign in front of that, and apparently that's the code word. Okay, who was the first one up on there? Rachel Elizabeth Eyre, you were the first one up on our screen. So congratulations, Rachel. You win a jar of, yes, gherkins. Right, and Paul will get the gherkins off to you as soon as we get to Tesco's. Right, Little Miss Mischief, it's back to you.
Let me make
And
sure
you're
I'm
on
off. Yes, I am off mute. Yay. I'm just trying not to bump myself out of the room again. You know how I do that. Okay. I believe Elizabeth Russell is still in the room. As I'm trying to see, I've pulled 2 cards, and I believe they were for Elizabeth Russell, but I keep seeing Rachel's name now, Rachel Elizabeth, and I'm not sure. I believe these were for Elizabeth Russell, though. But I'm going to put it out there as this is maybe Spirit doing like a double. So I'm going to read the cards, and Rachel Elizabeth, if this resonates with you, go ahead and take it. But I do feel like I was reading or going to read for Elizabeth Russell. So I'm going to read you the cards. Mary, have a wonderful night. It was wonderful to see you in here today. This card is the 3 of Michael. Okay. And the 3 of Michael ask us to release the past and to know that you will grow from the situation that you're going through currently, and that time heals all wounds. And with this, you have the 3 of Michael. You have the dove back here that is letting you know that peace is around. You will get peace back. Michael is supporting and holding up a very I want to say she's distraught. Okay, she's very sad. She's going through something very, very upsetting, very heavy, and Archangel Michael is there to support her, to hold her up, and to wrap his arms and wings around her for protection until she can stand on her feet again. Okay, so we all go through these heavy times. We go through these really life-changing events that put us in a period of sadness, whether it's the loss of someone that is important in our lives, or sudden upheaval in our daily living. It could be an illness, it could be a move, it could be a financial loss, it could be the passing of a person. But those major life events that just absolutely lay us flat. Archangel Michael wants you to know that he is still around, he is still protecting, and he will help hold you up until you can get back on your feet. The significance of the number 3 in this is to let other people in to help you, to work together towards a common goal. So if you are all hurting from the same event, then that is the time when you all come together and you work to get yourselves through that tough time and to the other side of it, so that you can you know, breathe again and take those deep breaths and be able to move forward. You have the blue here in the dress that represents healing that is coming in to help make things easier on you. Okay. The other card that came with this one is You Are Good Enough. Okay. This is the full moon in Virgo. Full moon in Virgo for me does not represent the zodiacal Virgo necessarily. It represents the full moon, and for Virgo, it represents that the space or the time of Virgo. It doesn't represent the position of the moon in the astrology. It represents the months, and I always get Virgo wrong. I will tell you that right now. I always get Virgo wrong. But I believe Virgo is in September. If anybody happens to know, pop that up for me. But I believe Virgo is in like the September area, because that's what I'm hearing is in September. So you are good enough, okay? And things should start to lighten up a little bit by September, is what I'm being told. Now, with this moon, I want to point out in here this green, okay? This particular green, I'm going to lean towards the chakral green, which is the heart chakra. And that is just letting me know that you need to focus on that area. Okay. And it is about being able to let love in and about being able to love yourself. I'm also going to point it out in the sense of there's this light yellow, and light yellow for me is an oral yellow or aura type yellow. And that is that nurturing energy, like that grandmother energy that says, I take care of those around me, and I love those around me in a bond that is like you know, your favorite grandma that used to give you the batter spoon out of the cake batter bowl and let you lick the bowl after she started baking the cake. Oh, thank you. So it is September. I was right. Thank you guys. Um, but yeah, I'm feeling September in this more than August. Thank you, Dawn. Um, and this just wants you to know that you are good enough, that the healing that is coming in, okay, you're going to need from like now to September for that healing to fully take effect, and for you to grow from the situation that you have been through recently. But you are good enough. I cannot stress that enough, because they are telling me over and over again, she doesn't think she's good enough. She doesn't think she's doing everything that she should, or she doesn't feel like she's doing it right. She's doing enough. She's doing more than enough. Okay. You are good enough. Okay. And this is letting you know that straight from spirit. This is letting you know that Archangel Michael is there for those times when you don't feel good enough. Okay. He will lift you up until you realize that you are. Um, that is the message. Like I said, that felt like it was both for Elizabeth Russell and for Rachel Elizabeth. I think Spirit was going for a twofer there. And I do, it does seem to resonate with Rachel especially. And thank you for letting me read for you, Rachel. And I do hope that that helps. And I do hope that you feel those feelings build between now and September, that you are good enough, and that you are healing, and you are growing, and that you are getting to a better place. And as it says, release the past. I know that is the hardest part of any of this, is being able to release that past and let it go, and not let it change who you are becoming, but let it help you become who you are meant to be. Okay. So have a blessed day, and thank you so much. And I'm going to go back over here to Luke now, if he's ready.
Yep, thank you very much. Right. Now, I have Burnt Orange is making an appearance tonight. So if you'd like a reading with Burnt Orange, please do put your names up. It's one of those days where my knees are playing up big style. Right, okay. Where are we going? Craps and Bowl, show me your stick. Right. We have a stop on Nikki Dullard. Nikki Dullard. Okay. Now, so, okay. Nikki, as I look into Burnt Orange, I'm seeing you sat at what I would best describe as like a dining / kitchen table. And I'm seeing a lot of Scotch mist around your shoulders and around your head. Now, when I look at that, Nikki, that is an indication that there are issues floating around you that are taking your attention. And they're very graciously opening up your head for me to look inside. And, oh, right, okay. And inside your head, I'm seeing a little tornado, and it's going round and round and round and round. So there are issues on your mind, plaguing your mind, taking control of your mind, that you're more or less thinking about this day and night. And I'm actually being shown an image of what I would say is nighttime, you're in your bed, and you're literally sat in your bed, sort of thinking, well, maybe tonight I'll sleep, maybe I'll not, but it don't look like it. And you're literally, I'm looking at the clock going like midnight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. And it's like you're clock watching because your brain is going on overdrive. Your body's tired, but the brain is still going around and round in circles. Okay? And what I also see very close to you, I can see that there is a individual in spirit that is literally standing there, calling your name, but you can't hear them. And the reason that you can't hear them is because your balance between spirit and the earthly world is off kilter. Okay, so let's see if we can get a hold of this individual. So bear with me, Nikki. I'll see if they're in the queue. Do we have someone for Nikki Dillard in the queue, please? Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, please do. Thank you very much. Yes, we do. We do. Right. Now, I want to say that I have a female energy in spirit. All the ladies are out tonight in big numbers. A lady stepping forward. Now, as she steps forward, the image that she projects in my mind, okay, is a woman that I would want to describe as a grandmother figure. And that is based on the way she is dressed. Okay, I feel this lady is for sure in her early 80s. Certainly that would be more befitting of her to say she's in her 80s. And as she comes in, I want to say she's not a big lady, she's a small lady. And I want to put her about 5'4" to 5'5", okay? Now, I'm very, very skinny. I don't hide the fact because there's no point. So when I compare her figure to mine, I want to say she's of medium build. Very much a lady that is, I'm going to say full figured, but it looks all in proportion. There's nothing to say that, she's a very large lady. To me, she's of medium build and fully figured properly. Now, she's wearing one of those, I'm going to call it an apron or a pinny. In Scots, we call it a pinny. In England, they call it an apron. But it's the one that you put over your head and you tie it. You cross the ties at the front and tie it in a bow at the back. Okay, and this is normal. This is our normal way of going around the house. She's always got one of these on. She's either in the kitchen or she's cleaning. She's either in the kitchen or she's cleaning. Okay, so Nikki, she is very much a very busy lady, but a lady with a big heart. Okay, a big heart. She is a picture book grandmother, without a shadow of a doubt. And always, always, always someone that will sit down and listen to what you have to say without any form of judgment or disapproval. Okay? you could say she's a bit like one of these ladies where you could go up to her and say, "Oh, Gran, I've got this going on at school and I don't know what to do and I'm too scared to tell me mum." And she would tell you what to do, what you need to say, and whatever, tell the teacher or, along those lines. She would talk to you at a level that you would understand and wouldn't belittle you, because she was always concerned that it is important that the child has a voice, to give them confidence to speak up for themselves when things aren't right, and to know that they can there's someone there they can trust to go to with their little problems before they get to be big problems. And as she stands there, okay, she's got one of these waggly finger jobs out, okay, and as she's waggling the finger, I can hear her. She's saying, "Right, now hang on, you have to say this bit by bit for me, okay? Thank you." She says, "Don't you be wasting time worrying. There is absolutely nothing to worry about, okay? You are very, very special. Yes, very, very special. Not odd. There's nothing wrong with you at all. It's because you're very, very special that you stand out from everybody else, because you've been given a gift that allows you to see things differently from everybody else. All right? So always you remember that you're very special. You've been given a gift that allows you to see things and think things through differently from the rest of the world, because Spirit World took it upon themselves to bless you with something unique. Okay? Just because other people don't understand any of it, that's not your problem. It's theirs. Okay? People like to put labels on everything because it makes them feel better. Well, all you need to know is you've got a special gift, and you are different from everybody else because Spirit World has seen fit to give you a very special gift. The gift of seeing and hearing and experiencing things differently from those who are stuck blind in this world. Okay? And with that gift, you will be able to open the eyes of everyone else around you. So hold your head up high, young man. I've got your back on this. She is a very, very straight talking lady. And I can sense from her, as she sat here, I can sense from her an overwhelming love that she brings with her every time she comes in from the spirit world. And now it's not that Hollywood round the bike shed type love. No, nothing like that. That's not love. That's just something completely disgustingly different. I'm talking about unconditional love. That is what love really is. And she brings that in abundance and surrounds you with it. Okay? The world, they put labels on everything. I mean, they put labels on Paul and I. They think we are strange, odd, different. Why? Because I can speak to spirit as I walk down the street. They all think I'm gaga. But that's because they haven't got a gift that allows them to see, feel, experience, and understand this world in a different way. And that's what Spirit have gifted you. Okay? So it's a unique gift. Not an oddity, not an illness, not a disease or anything like that. It's a special gift. Cherish it. Yeah? Because there's a lot of things that you're going to experience as a result of your unique gift that others won't even know. They won't have a clue, but you will. So I'm going to leave her love with you, Nikki, and say thank you very, very much indeed for allowing me to read for you. And for the pleasure of meeting such a lovely lady. Yeah, you are unique, definitely. And I'll hand you back over to the lovely Little Miss Mischief.
Thank you, Luke. Allison, are you still here? Allison Roper. I pulled a couple of cards for you because Spirit was tapping me on the shoulder. And I have, if you're still here, I would love to give you your message. I don't know if she's still here or not. I'm going to give her a second. And oh, Allison Roper. And Luke, Nikki said, thank you so much. Everything's so true about my grandma.
Ah, bless him. I don't see the lady that you're looking for.
No, I'm guessing she may have popped out. I saw her just before I turned everything over to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then it looks like she may have popped out. So let me see who else. Is there anyone else? I know Michelle, I saw Michelle get a reading from Paul before he stepped aside. So is there anyone else that has not had a reading tonight from either Paul or Luke or myself? And I will see if Spirit draws me to anybody else. Okay. Okay. Well, let's see what we've got. Okay. I have. I think I'm gonna pull Linda Dunn a quick card and Joanne Stewart. If that's okay, Luke. I'm gonna pull her a quick card too, and I can do that after your next read. Let's see. Who's this one for, Spirit? This one's for Linda Dunn. Let me do her first. Okay, Linda Dunn. This is Stag Spirit. This is advising you to take the lead. There is something that you have been kind of waffling on right now. You want it to be done. You've asked for it to be done. You've expected it to be done, but no one is actually stepping up to help you. So it is time for you to take the lead by example, and drag them along with you if you have to. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you like grabbing people by the ear and pulling them in and saying, this is what I need done. This is what I need you to do. You need to do this for me now. And showing them what to do and kind of standing over them. But you need to take the lead. You need to be the one in charge, and you need to make sure that it's getting done. Don't just assign it and let it go, because it's not going to get done, and it's not going to get done right. It's going to get kind of, oh, do we have to? You don't need that attitude. You need them to do what you've asked them to do. And I see like two young men, or they seem to be in their like 20s to 30s. So I don't know if they're workers or family members, or people that are just around you that have said they're going to help you, but you do need to get them on task and get them straightened out. And the only way you do that is by taking the lead. And I'm seeing this big stag like butt horns and butt antlers with another force of nature, like another stag, another it's an image of stag or stag spirit. So you've got someone in this trio of people that is very much like you, very much like you in spirit, and is like your little carbon copy, and they are the ones that you butt heads with the most. So just remind them who's in charge, okay? So that is the card for you. Let me see if I'm going to get you a moonology card. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this one that came out because I didn't know who this one was exactly for, but now I do. This is confidence is your key to success, new moon and Leo. So this would be early August, okay? Early August, late July for Leo. Leo, so whatever this project is that you're working on, or whatever these things are that are coming up, boom, 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 because I see it's like multiple things that have to be done in a sequence of order. And by August, by early August, I'm hearing August 3rd to 5th to 10th, you need to get these things done. Your confidence is going to be the key to getting those things done. So you may have to roar like a lion, okay? You may have to roar like a lion. The new moon always represents new beginnings and new things coming up. So keep that in mind. Make sure you're taking the lead. Make sure you're making those around you follow directions and involving them in the actions, because you can't do it alone. You do need them to help you, but you need to be firm and strong-handed with them to get them to follow through for you. So that is the message I have for you, Linda. And thank you so much for letting me read for you. Luke, if you're ready, I'll pass it over to you. And if not, I'll grab Joanne Stewart a card.
All right, we've got 7 minutes left. So if you want to do a card for Joanne, and also if you've got the capacity, Angel.
Sure, I can do that. Let me
Yeah.
see. How about I do this? How about I pull one card, and I will try to get one card per person here for the next 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll do your closing card.
Yeah, because if I start a spirit reading now, it'll probably be about 10-15 minutes. So the more people, we'll get more people in if you're doing your cards for them.
Okay. And if they have a real quick yes or no question, I could do a pendulum, because I do have pendulum out. But I think the cards or angel numbers would be probably the easiest. Okay. Let's see. Let's go with Joanne Stewart. Joanne, I'm going to pull you a spirit, animal spirit card. This is the bee spirit. This one is letting you know that sweet results await. Okay. The one thing I'm going to pull out about this card is this is a bee. Bees are busy. Bees are busy, busy, busy. That's why we say busy as a bee. That means that you need to do a lot of work to get those sweet results, but they will be sweet. The more you put into it, the more you can take out. That is the message that I have for you with the spirit animals, for Joanne Stewart. Thank you so much. And then let's see, Haley Stanton. Yours is the hummingbird spirit. It just actually jumped out of the deck. Hummingbird spirit. Hummingbirds are remarkable birds. They are the only bird that can fly backwards. They fly so fast you can barely see their wings move. Okay. And they have the ability to get their tongue and their little long thin needle-like beak into the little flowers, and they can pull out the sweetest of the pollens and the sweetness of the syrup out of the little hummingbird feeders. This says be here now. So what they're letting you know is be present in the here and now. Live in this moment. Don't live in the past. The future is still to come, but you need to enjoy this moment right here. Take pleasure in this moment right here, right now, every single day. Okay, that is your message. Okay, and then that's one's for Haley. Let's see, Angel. Let me see if I can get you a really quick message. What have we got for Angel? This one. Ooh, Angel, you have the wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings, okay? It does. Sometimes we get stung, and if you've ever been stung by a wasp, you know the little stinger sometimes gets stuck in there, like with a bee. Um, and it can swell and it can be painful and it can be yucky feeling, and sometimes we're allergic to it and we have a major reaction, and it's not something that's pleasant. It's not something we want to go through, but we get through it because even though it's a sting, even if we're allergic to it, if we know that we're allergic, we take that EpiPen, we take that Benadryl, and we get through those things. But life has its stinging moments. And even though that sounds bad, it really isn't, because it shows us how strong and resilient we really are. Okay? Because when we get stung, we smack it, we get rid of the wasp, the stinger, we put a little medicine on it. If we have to, we take an EpiPen, um, and then we rise and we keep going. We keep going because it's a little sting, it's a little inconvenience. So while you have that wasp sting or that wasp spirit, remember that when life stings, sometimes you sting too. Okay, there are times when you are the person that creates that wasp sting for others, and that's not necessarily a bad thing because it just keeps us all on our toes. Okay, and just remember that for the most part, when we have those stings in life, we get right through them. They're little minor inconveniences. They're little things that come up in our way, but we are able to move on from them, and we are stronger for it because actually you build up a little bit of a tolerance. Um, so there is that for you. Okay. Let me see. I see Geraldine Owens. Geraldine, I'm pulling one card, real quick, animal spirit readings. If you'd like one, let me know. And you are more than welcome, Angel. I will hopefully see you on Saturday. Let's see. And I don't know if Geraldine is still there or not. Um, there she is. Okay. Ooh, Geraldine, you have peacock spirit. This is about letting your inner light shine, letting your beauty shine. Peacocks, when they strut their stuff, especially the male peacocks, they pull out that big, beautiful plume of feathers and they shake it and they dance and they let everybody know they're around. Okay, this is about letting yourself be out there, letting yourself be bold and bright and letting that light shine. Okay, so let that light shine for you. Okay, that is your little quick animal spirit message. And Nikki, yes, I will go ahead and get you a card as well. Let me see what I've got here. And Luke, how are we on time? This is the flamingo spirit for Nikki. Okay. Nikki, this is embracing the in between. Okay.
Yeah, we've
So
got a
you
minute
have,
or two.
okay, thank you. You have good times, you have bad times. This is about embracing the in between. Just like you have day and night and that little dusk and dawn. This is embracing that dusk and that dawn feeling that it's not quite light, it's not quite dark, but embrace it because right now we have the world of spirit, we have the world of earth, and then there's that in between when you're not sure where you fit. Embrace the area where you don't feel you fit, because while it may seem like the hardest place to be, it allows you the flexibility to see both sides, to be able to embrace the fullness of the day and the fullness of the night, because you've embraced the in between. So you know where that middle space is. Okay. This is letting you know that, like the flamingo standing on one leg, okay, you're in balance. The flamingo has amazing balance. When you embrace the in between, you embrace that balance. Okay. And let's see. Dawn, did you get a reading tonight? Whoa. Oh, you're getting one now. Dawn Marie, you have Beaver Spirit. It is advising you to lay a solid foundation. Okay. Beaver Spirit says lay a solid foundation. Now, the beavers, they are industrious, they are very hard workers, and when they set their mind to building a dam, they block the water. They get it done and they do it well. They do it to perfection. And the only thing that can destroy it is usually man or other beavers. Okay. So once you set your mind to something, you lay a firm foundation for it, and it will be a solid build. In other words, if you have a plan, you want to go and move, you want to get a house, you plan everything out and you know exactly which one you want, and you will be successful at getting exactly what you want. So stick to your guns, keep that solid foundation, and be industrious like the beaver. Okay. Don't be afraid to bite. So let's see. I think I saw one last person, but let's see where we're at. Oh, we are a couple minutes over. I'm sorry, Luke. Let's go ahead and I'm going to let Luke do his card, his final card for the night, his closing card. And sorry about that. I did not mean to go over.
That's okay. No worries. Right. I've got to do the shuffling now so you can see how bad mine is. Right. We'll take this one. Oh, hey. That's a good one. It's the Angel of Purification. Okay. And the angel says, I bathe myself in the light of my soul every day. When we open our hearts and minds to our inner sun, we are fully purified by the radiance of its loving light. All that keeps the memory of negativity is cleansed, and in that way we are purified both mind and body. Visualize now the light of your soul filling your entire being and purifying every cell and atom as it radiates to everything around you. So I commend that card to you all.
The lovely card.
Yeah.
Do we have time for me to do a final card? If not, that's fine.
Of course.
This one is for everyone. This is from the Talking to Heaven deck. So this is messages from our loved ones in spirit. And this is a collective message for everyone. This is, we have been together in dreams. This is letting you know that when our loved ones pass in spirit, we sometimes dream about them. And when we do, that is a powerful connection that we have. That's when they can send us messages. That's when we can relive our happy time. And I'm going to very quickly, if I can find it, I'm going to pull this up and I will let you know what the card exactly says. And it says, when you are dreaming, I can more easily connect with you. And that's why you've seen and felt my presence while you sleep. Sometimes you fully remember our dream connections, and other times you have a sense that we were together, but without a clear memory. These experiences are very real. Your soul is traveling while you dream, and I meet you at similar vibrational levels where we can talk, where we can share, and we can heal together. These dream connections make me as happy as they do you. And I am so delighted to help you understand their meaning in our conversations. So know that when you are visited in spirit, or in your dreams by spirit, that is a real connection with your loved one. Okay. And I hope that everyone has a wonderful evening. I am going to send healing to Paul. So hopefully he will feel better soon. And thank you guys for calling me in and allowing me to be of service today. I appreciate you.
Yes, thank you very much, Lynn, for coming in at such short notice. Paul is now laid out, blankets over him, sweating like heaven knows what, and then freezing cold the next minute. So it looks like he's coming down with the flu, to be honest with you.
It sounded like the flu when he was describing it. So I do wish him very well, and I will send some warmth and healing tonight.
Thank you very much. And thank you to all our lovely viewers that are sending healing or have sent healing. It's very much appreciated. We are on a scheduled rest day tomorrow, and God willing, we'll be back Friday, subject to obviously Paul feeling well enough. So what we'll do on Friday is we'll make an announcement on Friday, probably late afternoon, as to whether or not the live will go ahead. Because if Paul's feeling the way he is, I wouldn't want to put him on the spot and do something when he's not well. Because it's he's a very proud man about giving 100%, and if he's not 100%, he doesn't like to work because he doesn't feel he's doing a good service. So if everything goes well, we'll be back Friday at 8. But again, watch our site for an announcement to confirm or cancel, subject to how Paul is. I know we've managed to get him a doctor's appointment on the Friday, so we will see how things go. Sensational Saturday at the moment, still on. Friday at the moment, still on. Okay. If that changes, we will put an announcement up on our page. And obviously, when we will message you ASAP with any updates or changes of plan. Right, so a big thank you to all of you who came in to watch tonight. It's been fabulous to have you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us. And just leaves me to say, look after yourselves, look after each other. Remember, send the love, and thank you all so very much for watching. Good night, all.
Good night. Be kind to each other.
Yeah. Bye-bye now.